Looking to get rich quick? Follow my multi-step program and I'll make you a millionaire. Shortbread. Hello, my dears. Buttercup the baking spaniel here, and I'm ready to share another exciting recipe. I think you will love today's episode. It's an indulgent 3 layers of caramelly, chocolatey goodness called Millionaire shortbread. I can't wait for you all to try it, so let's get started. Our first step is to make the shortbread layer. In a large mixing bowl, measure out 3/4 cups of softened butter, and 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. Using an electric mixer, cream these together until they are light in color and fluffy. Add in 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla and mix well. Next, we will add in 1½ cups of flour, 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix these together until just combined. Now we will need to prepare our baking pan. I am using an 8" by 8" pan for mine. In order to make the dessert easier to remove from the pan when finished, I recommend lining it with parchment paper first. Let me show you my preferred method for doing this. To start, we're going to grease the pan lightly with a bit of butter. Next, measure out 2 sheets of parchment paper that are 8 inches long. Place 1 sheet into your pan, pressing it up against the edges. Now take your other sheet and place it perpendicular to your first sheet, again pressing it in place so that all the edges are covered. I like to leave a small amount overhanging the pan. That way you can easily lift your bars out of the pan once they are finished. Alright, now we will transfer our shortbread into the prepared pan, spreading it out and pressing it evenly into all the corners. Give your shortbread a few pricks with a fork. Prick, 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 prick. And it's ready to bake. Bake in a 350-degree oven, that's 177 degrees Celsius, for 23 to 28 minutes, or until the edges are lightly browned. While we are waiting on the shortbread, let's start on what I consider to be the star of the show, the caramel layer. In a medium saucepan, we will combine 14 ounces of sweetened condensed milk, Condensed milk is wonderful for all sorts of recipes, and it makes a mighty fine caramel. 6 tablespoons of butter, can't waste that. 2 tablespoons of corn syrup, and 1/2 cup of brown sugar. My preference is dark brown sugar, but you can also use light brown sugar. Heat this on a medium heat while stirring well until the mixture comes to a boil. Once boiling, reduce the heat until you reach a simmer and continue cooking and stirring until the mixture becomes a lovely caramel color and begins to thicken. This process can take anywhere between 6 and 15 minutes, so be sure to watch your caramel closely and stir constantly to keep it from burning. I was curious about the history of this delightful dessert, so I did a bit of digging. It seems that the earliest recipes come from journals and cookbooks originating from Australia in the 1970s, where it was referred to as caramel shortbread or caramel slices. However, the name Millionaire shortbread is believed to have originated from Scotland. I couldn't find any exact information on why this name was chosen, but if I had to guess, it is probably due to the incredibly rich nature of this dessert. Once your caramel has thickened, remove it from the heat and stir in 1/4 teaspoon of salt and 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. Now we will carefully pour the caramel over our shortbread base. Spreading it out evenly using a spatula. Oh, it looks so heavenly already. Let me tell you how hard it is not to just eat this caramel straight off the spatula. This will need to cool completely before adding the final layer. I like to let it cool at room temperature for about 30 minutes, then transfer it to the refrigerator to finish cooling. Our final step is to add the chocolate layer. Measure out 1 cup of chocolate chips in a microwave-safe bowl. My preference is to use dark chocolate, but you can also use milk chocolate. Heat in the microwave at 50% power in 20-second intervals, stirring well between each cycle. When approximately 75% of your chocolate has melted, discontinue heating and stir until all the chocolate has melted. Pour the chocolate over the caramel layer, spreading it out evenly. I like to add a sprinkle of flaky sea salt over top before the chocolate has set, because who doesn't love a good salted caramel flavor? Allow the chocolate to set up and then cut into squares for serving. Goodness gracious me! Are these not the most incredible and indulgent treats you have ever seen? Each layer has its own distinct flavor and texture, and everything just pairs so perfectly together. It's quite reminiscent of a homemade Twix bar, if we are being honest. Delicious! I hope you had fun learning how to make this tasty treat with me today. I have plenty more delicious recipes on my channel. Please do check them out. Did you know that patrons get access to all my videos before they go public? It's true, along with so many other exciting benefits such as recipe sneak peeks, exclusive stickers, and a Discord chat group. Become a patron by checking out the link in my description below. Much love to all of you. Until next time, mwah!